as you dunk a warm cookie into a cold cup of milk as it slowly melts away in your mouth. What I'm describing to you is a cookie that has been passed on from my grandma to me. It's a special cookie that runs throughout our family, and we make it on special occasions. So today, I thought it'd be fitting to describe how I make it and the steps to do so. First, you're going to need to get your supplies. Then you're going to need to mix your supplies. And finally, you need to bake. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get your supplies. For the wet ingredients, you're going to want 2 eggs, 2 sticks of softened butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar and white sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and for the dry ingredients, you're going to want 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, which I have already put together, 2 1/2 cup of flour, a wet mixing bowl, a pan, chocolate chip cookies. You're going to need a silicone spatula to mix, and finally a mixer. So once you have gotten all the supplies, you need to start mixing. So you need to preheat your oven to 375 degrees so you can use that later. So you're going to get your 2 sticks of butter out, and you're going to put it into the bowl. Put it all in. So once you put in the butter, it's time to put in your eggs. Now many people crack eggs the wrong way. The right way you're supposed to crack eggs is you take an egg and not on a flat or not on an edge. You need to do it on a flat surface and crack it. That way the yolk will not break, so you will not break the yolk, and your cookies will not be worse. So once your eggs are put in, you're going to want to put the mixer down and put it on low speed and let that mix together. So while that's mixing, you're going to want to get your brown sugar and put 3/4 cup of brown sugar into the mix. I like to just add it while it's mixing. It might be difficult, but you need to do that. So then you need to add your 3/4 cup of white sugar as well. You let that mix up, and finally add your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So while that's mixing, you can start getting on the wet ingredients. You're going to take your 1 tablespoon of salt and baking soda and add it into the wet ingredients bowl, or the dry ingredients bowl. Then you're going to take your 2 1/2 cup of sifted flour and add it to the bowl. Now sifting the flour will make the flour become lighter and your cookies will become softer. So you're going to toss this together, and we're going to let this run on high to make sure the wet ingredients are all mixed up. And you can tell when it's done because it starts to get a little liquidy. So then you're going to start to add in your flour, and baking soda, and salt. So you're going to slowly add it in while it's mixing, tapping the bowl as it mixes. Now this is where the silicone spatula will come into play. You're going to need to take the silicone spatula and push in the flour that is going to form around the sides. This will make sure that your cookies gets all the flour and the ingredients you need into it and mixed up. So we're going to let that keep mixing, and you're going to take your chocolate chips. I like to use mini chocolate chips because I feel like they're not as powerful as big chocolate chips. So you're going to add in as many chocolate chips as you want. You can have a lot, you can have a little, it's up to you. So we're going to slowly pour in the chocolate chips and let those mix up too. And you're going to see that a huge clump of mixture is going to start forming on the mixer. So you're going to want to put it on high while everything's mixed up, and it will start to come off. Then you take your silicone spatula and you break everything off, or you could keep it on to lick off later. So once you have everything off and everything's mixed up, you will see it kind of form into a dough. Now, my favorite time is putting on the pan and making your final product. You take a ping pong ball size dough and you roll it and you place it on a pan. Give these cookies some space because they will grow more than you think. I just showed you the steps to make the most delicious cookies you will ever have. Whether it's to start off, you need to get the ingredients, then mix the ingredients, and finally add them all, and finally bake. Bob Ross once said, "We don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents." And I like to think that as cooking, because you make an accident, you just think about the product, which is a nice, warm, gooey